my name is Kat, and today I would like to talk about the factors of a great novel. So a little while ago I talked about immersion and how I feel like there are a lot of factors that contribute to a great novel, but that the overall effect of a great novel is this immersive experience. It's the overall effect of immersion that really grabs you and hooks you and doesn't let you go. So if immersion is the key to a great novel, what is the key to immersion? I think it can be broken down into 7 main factors. If you can really nail and get down these 7 factors, then you are well on your way to creating an overall great novel. The first factor is characters. You want your characters to feel real. You want to give the reader someone to root for, someone they can cheer on, someone that they trust to take them on this journey of story. And this isn't just about developing your main characters, even minor characters, even ones who don't get a lot of page time. They are still real in the world of your story. They still have motivations and fears and hopes and backstory. And you don't want to have cardboard characters, even if they're just minor cardboard characters. The second factor is world building. You want a deep, well-developed, vivid world for your characters to live in. I've talked a little bit about this before, but fantasy or not, your characters live in a real, complex world, and you want that to come across on the page. The third factor is story. This is your plot. You want to make sure there are no plot holes. Everything is plausible and holds up. You don't want any mistakes or leaps in logic or nonsensical things. Another aspect of story that kind of ties back to the characters is that you want your characters' actions to work well with the story and also make sense for the characters. Their choices and decisions and motivations have to feel real as well, and they have to make sense to the story and the characters. The fourth factor is style/structure. This is just how you choose to tell your story. You have your plot, you have your characters, your world. How are you going to share all this information? How you relay your story to the readers? This is stuff like, how funny do you want to be? How dark do you want to be? How long or how short are your chapters going to be? What point of view will you use? First person, third person, present tense, past tense, future tense, stylistic things like that. And also structural things like, does your inciting incident happen near the beginning, and is it what really kicks off your story? And does your character reach their darkest moment, their all-time low, before the end when they come back up again into being heroic and awesome? Style and structure. This is how you tell your story. The fifth factor is description. Description paints the picture of story into your mind. You want to make sure you're really getting good descriptions of how characters look, how settings look, how particular locations look, how certain scenes look. But more importantly, you want to get down how all of these things feel. You want to create moods and atmospheres. You don't only want to capture how something looks, but more complexly how something is. Factor number 6 is emotion. A great novel is one that the reader can get emotionally invested in. You want them to care about your characters and the choices they face. You want them to have a stake in your character's existence and what is going to happen to them. And you want them to experience the highs and lows, the emotional roller coaster of your story. You want the reader to experience that along with your character. Emotion is what connects us to a story. Like, no matter what your story is about, how science fiction or weird and out there it might be, there are like core human emotions that everyone goes through and that everyone, unless you are like a sociopath, can identify with. And the last factor, now this is the one that is the hardest and the most time consuming to really nail down, is the writing, the actual prose and words of your story. And this is the one that takes the most time to get down, because you can do all this developmental planning work on characters and world building and all that, but the actual words on the page, that is what directly conveys the story into the reader's head. And something like a fumbly sentence or a weirdly worded paragraph can like jolt them out of the story, and you do not want that. The whole point of an immersive novel is that you are immersed the entire time, and that you don't read a sentence and go, wait, what? I don't get it, and have to read it again. You don't want that. You want it to be difficult, nay, impossible for the reader to put your book down. And clunky sentences or strange wording is one surefire way to jerk a reader out of this fantastic story world and into the world of, wait, does that make sense? I don't think it does. So these are what I believe are the 7 factors that help contribute to a great novel. So for the first 7 weeks of 2013, this upcoming year, I'm going to spend 1 week focusing on each of these factors. Except maybe the writing prose one, because I feel like I'll need more than a week for that. But that one's last. We'll get to that when it comes. Anyways, I will just be making a Writing Wednesday video every Wednesday for the next 7 Wednesdays, talking about each of these factors in greater detail. I will be sharing my process and also giving you guys some ideas for like tasks or assignments or activities that you can take and apply to your own novel. So there you have it. These are what I believe are the main factors that contribute to a great novel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoy my upcoming series of videos in which I discuss these factors in greater detail. And yeah, that is everything I wanted to talk about in this video today. I hope you have a great night, and I will see you in a couple of days with a new video. Goodbye!